weather kind of feels, I guess, normal today, if that's what you want to say anyways. No crazy smoke or anything. And what did I read today? How about this one? Apparently it says here, China completed a maiden flight of its, I guess, twin-engine transport drone. It says China's large twin-engine unmanned transport aircraft made its maiden flight from the Xinggang Fengming General Airport in southwest China's Sichuan province on Sunday. The test flight lasted approximately 20 minutes with all systems functioning normally, according to its developer. The aircraft is independently developed by Xinhuan Tianjin Sci-Tech Innovation Co. Ltd., a domestic leading enterprise for intelligent aerial vehicle research, manufacturing, and application, and is designed to meet market demand. It has a wingspan of 16.1 meters and a height of 4.6 meters, with cargo space totaling 12 cubic meters and a commercial payload capacity of 2 tons. The aircraft has easy loading and unloading features, high reliability and safety levels, and a high degree of intelligence. It is expected to provide support for the country to expand its air cargo transportation scenarios and create a new type of smart logistics in the low-altitude economy. I would imagine that would be for things, for example, such as last-mile deliveries in terms of residential areas, for example. But either way, it sounds like they're not stopping in terms of the innovation. And this was kind of an interesting read. I've often heard there's people who go diving underwater to try to find things like lost treasure. Although from what I see, people often find things like cameras. Well, how about this one? Apparently there were divers, I guess, that found a drone. I was looking at it at first, I was like, hey, what kind of drone is that? It seemed like it was one of those light drones, for example, for those drone shows, and that does seem to be the case. It says, our divers never know what treasures they might find. During one of the routine training dives at River Rescue, paramedic diver Sam Wilkinson located a drone that had fallen in the Allegheny River during the drone show last week at PNC Park. That's kind of interesting because it makes you wonder whether or not the companies that run these drone light shows, don't you have a tag or some kind of tracking device, for example, in order to recover the drone, unless it really sank way below into the sea or something like that. But at the same time, would they just say, okay, I have insurance for this thing, so I'm not gonna bother? I guess the question is, does it still work? Do you think that putting the drone into a bag of rice technique would work in this case, considering how long it's been, I guess, submerged underwater? Because I think a lot of the drones that they use in the drone light shows are not even weatherproof, correct? Like in terms of handling things like rain and all that, it's always canceled if the weather is bad so far anyways, from what I've seen. And I was reading so much headlines today about, I guess, a nuclear explosion or something like that. I was like, hey, what's going on? Is the world going crazy? No, apparently it's a nuclear power plant that caught on fire, according to this anyways. As it says here in the Vladimir Zelensky account, Enerhodero, we have recorded from Nikopol that Russian occupiers have started a fire on the territory of Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant. Currently, radiation levels are within norm. However, as long as the Russian terrorists maintain control over the nuclear plant, the situation is not and cannot be normal. Since the first day of its seizure, Russia has been using the Zaporizhzhia NPP only to blackmail Ukraine, all of Europe, and the world. We're waiting for the world to react, waiting for the IAEA to react. Russia must be held accountable for this. Only the Ukrainian control over the Zaporizhzhia NPP can guarantee a return to normalcy and complete safety. Well, let's see what happens here, I guess. Fortunately, it wasn't anyone actually launching, for example, nuclear bombs and so forth, but either way, it's still bad, I suppose. The time is ticking, huh? If this thing doesn't end soon. All right, see you guys later.